Hey creative friends, how's it going? Hope you're having a great week wherever you are. I've been noticing I'm getting a lot of comments on my videos lately, like my little art business videos, about greeting cards. You guys seem to be very interested in greeting cards right now. So I thought I would share with you a list of 62 types of products you can make for your greeting card business. I just wrote this list up. It's also based on stuff I've been referencing and some research I did about what kinds of greeting cards are popular. And I'm trying to get like a little bit more out of the box, so there's a lot of ideas here. I just did a market 2 weeks ago now. This is all the greeting cards I have left. Look at this. Like, this is a very small little stack. I've sold out of almost everything I have. This is like my whole inventory. So I have to make a lot more, which is okay. I also had a shop update. My shop's not shipping right now, but during that period I also sold more cards. So I basically just got rid of like a ton of card inventory. That means I have to sit at my printer and make a bunch more for the next time I have a market. Anyways, I digress. Greeting cards have been moving a lot lately, which is great to see. They're also really fun to make. So when I talk to people about like who want to run a greeting card business, because I know there's a lot of you out there, which is totally cool. People ask like, what kind of cards should I make? Some people I've heard want to be like a single type of card provider. Like, I only want to make wedding cards and I only want to make birthday cards. And I think that's fine if you pick one of those really big categories like weddings, birthdays, or Christmas. But it's a little bit difficult, like if you were just like, oh, I only want to do graduation cards. It's like, okay, that's a niche you could definitely do, but it's really hard to grow a business around that. And also you got to think about what customers are coming to you to buy cards. You want to sell them more than one card, ideally, because if you sell a card for like $6 or whatever, that's a small sale. But if they're like, oh, I'll get cards for all these upcoming occasions from you because I love your art style or your design so much, that's a better strategy for a small business owner. If you're a Hallmark, that's fine. I can just buy one card from you for like $12 every time. But I don't buy cards from Hallmark, probably because I make my own. Anyways, I made the list, so we're just gonna go through it. Yeah, like I said, you don't have to have a million card ideas. My collection, like I don't have a card for every single thing I'm listing here. These are just to give you ideas. And I think it is good to diversify a little bit because I do see that a lot of customers get really excited when you have a card that fits their very specific need. So that doesn't mean that I'm like spending a ton of my time designing like my pug's 8th birthday cards. But maybe not that granular with the topics. But generally people, like I said, are very excited when they find a card that fits their specific situation. So if you can find that sweet spot between not too broad, not too narrow with topics, then that's probably a good strategy. So we're gonna talk a little bit about those. I have this all written on a Notion page on my phone. So we have how many categories? 1, 2, 6 subject headings for this little talk today. I'm gonna put text on the screen probably here with the things I'm saying so you can see it. Okay, category 1, birthday cards and subcategories. So birthday cards, biggest card category. If you didn't know that already, now you do. It is the biggest card category. But there's a lot of subcategories within that. So number 1, birthday recipient variations. So who is receiving the card? This could be your mom, your dad, your siblings, your kids, your partners, someone you're dating, someone you're married to. It could be your in-laws or just your friends. Like, it's a pretty broad category. So you can make cards based on who is receiving the card. You could also do, outside of the family and personal connections, you can do service provider variations. So birthday for your hairdresser, your mechanic, your teacher, babysitter, whoever provides like services to you in your life that you see a lot, that you're close to, that's nice to give them a card too. So you can do a card like that. I think teacher would probably be the biggest one. You could do like health practitioners if you see someone all the time and you happen to know their birthday. There's also birthday cards for professional settings. So coworkers, your boss, or your clients. Again, there's a lot of variation within those, but these are definitely the specific one, the professional cards. They could be good to have a couple, but it's all as like examples. But this is also something that it could be a service that you provide to professionals. So for example, like real estate agents love personalized greeting cards they can send to people, or any sort of like management or boss of a company may want to give cards for any particular occasion, birthdays or otherwise, to their employees. And those are kind of, you can do like freelance jobs around those custom cards. Just a thought. Or you could have a template one or like a card that you've pre-designed, and maybe the back of the card gets customized with their logo. That's just kind of a side hustle within the greeting card world. Just, that's an additional note. Other birthday cards, we have milestone birthdays. So pretty much anything from 18 and under, every age from like first birthday, second, third, you can make custom cards for those because kids' birthday cards are very huge. That's a really big category within itself. At 16, you get like first license cards. So there's like car themed ones you can do. 18 is like legal adult. You can vote, you can drink in some places. In the US, that would be 21, so 21st birthday. And we also get like milestone birthdays on round numbers, so 20, 30, 40, all the way up to 100. And then you could also do the fives, like 25, 35, 55. Slightly less popular, I think, but still a category. You can also do, oops, sorry, the sun's coming out. I'm squinting more here. You could also do pet-themed birthday cards. What I don't mean is cards for pets, although, I mean, you could. Why not? But what I mean is cards with pets on them, because I promise you, as someone who's had a couple of iconic dogs in the family, like anyone's birthday, I'm gonna get them a card with a black lab on it, or I'm gonna get them the card with the golden retriever on it, or the black and white tuxedo cat. So making cards that aren't specific to a recipient or an age or anything, but that have lots of variations of pets with a birthday hat on the front is another great niche. People love giving cards with iconic pets on them. You can also do birthday cards that are hobby-based. Again, you want to hit some big ones. You don't want to get too granular, but you could do like, what did I write down? Fishing, sports, art, traveling, pretty big hobbies that might be more personal, like they kind of define someone's personality sometimes. Those can be good cards to make as well. And then the last one I have for birthday cards and subcategories for birthday cards is eco-friendly cards. And what I mean by that is not just designs that are like nature and cute, but also you could do more sustainable printing methods or materials, because there are definitely people who are like, oh, don't buy me birthday cards, it's a waste of paper, but maybe they're cooler with a recycled paper card, or maybe they like a seed paper card that they can plant. That's more of a handmade card option. Just think about like that's an angle you could take with like my birthday cards are very environmentally friendly and why. It could be about the ink you use, the manufacturing methods, the paper type, etc. So that's the birthday category all wrapped up. Next, we have major holidays. So Christmas is the other biggest card giving occasion in general. And within the Christmas category, you can break that down into a lot of different types of cards. Again, you can do specific recipients. So Christmas card for family members, for friends, for coworkers, for your boss. You can narrow that down in quite a lot of different ways. You can also do Christmas cards for kids. So these are just going to be more kid-friendly illustrations or sentiments on the cards. These are very popular. For me personally, sorry, small digression from the list, I had a couple of relatives who through my whole life sent me cards for literally every occasion with like $5 or $10 stuck in there. And it was really sweet, and it just really stuck with me as like a thoughtful thing to do for kids. So therefore I think like even minor holidays, which we will get to, it's worth sometimes even having cards for those because people send them to kids. We also have religious Christmas cards. So obviously it is technically a religious holiday. So you can do the religious cards. You can also do funny cards. So ones that have like funny characters on them or messages or poems or whatever it is you like to do for your cards. Another category for Christmas cards, sort of more like a winter or Yule card, is to take a more natural approach. Some people prefer not to have too much of like the word Christmas or like the iconic elements, red and green, etc. They would prefer to do like winter iconography or images of nature in winter together. So you could do that as a sort of a branch that's a little bit non-denominational winter holiday. And also you can do pet-based. So again, like I said, for the birthday cards, you can do a pug, a corgi, a Labrador, an orange cat, a white cat, a black cat, all the different popular kinds of pets. But if for Christmas ones, put a Santa hat on them, put antlers on them, or a message related to these things. I'm not saying you have to make cards that are just an illustration of a cat wearing a Santa hat, but take that idea, consider it with your style, the kind of things you make, and is there something derivative of that? That's all I mean. So that's basically Christmas. It's pretty broad, but also very specific at the same time, if you know what I mean. Broad in terms of you can do a lot with it, but specific in that it kind of, in order to make it look like a Christmas card, there's only a certain number of things it will probably have. Some other really big card-based holidays are Valentine's Day. I think that's like the third most popular type of card. So it'd be birthday, Christmas, Valentine's. You could even break this down further. So you can talk about different kinds of love for Valentine's Day. We have like familial love, Valentine's Day card for your parents, your mom or your dad, grandparents, your kids, a sibling, nieces and nephews. Again, like I'm from a family of people who send cards for other occasions, even like Valentine's. You could also do platonic or friendship love cards, so just cards appreciating your friends. And then the romantic type, there's cards for people who are dating and cards for people who are married. So, one for like your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your partner, and one for your like wife or husband or whatever else you like to call them. So you even within Valentine's, a lot of subcategories that you can tap into. We also have Mother's Day cards and Father's Day cards. These ones are quite big. I find that personally I think I sell more Father's Day cards, and I think this is because, in my opinion, fathers are harder to shop for. Maybe just my father, but maybe the card is more of an integral part when it's difficult to buy for a person, or maybe you're putting gift cards in it. I don't really know. Anyways, that's just my thought. But with Mother's Day and Father's Day, you have some variations as well. You can do just a regular mothers or fathers. You can do step parents, so stepmother, stepfather. You can do grandparents as well. I know lots of people celebrate that day for their grandparents. And you can also do for just other people who fill those roles in someone's life. So not saying like, Happy Mother's Day, Mom, but like Happy Mother's Day to someone who's been like a mother to me, or a maternal figure, or any other kind of parent role. So you can be a little bit more generic with those, and that can also be something that people pick up on. And for other big holidays, I also wrote down other religious holidays. I'm not as familiar with other ones, so I'm not going to give like super in-depth thoughts on these, but you could do like Hanukkah, Passover, Ramadan, or Eid, or Kwanzaa, or Diwali. Like there's lots of other holidays that might be more important to you and your family, or you and your community or country, that maybe I just don't know about as much. So just think about your own life and kind of occasions that are important to you and the people that you're selling cards to. You might find more ideas there. So category 3 is minor holidays. Like I said, not traditional like card giving holidays, but not occasions that you would necessarily want to ignore for cards. For example, when I was doing like a weekly farmers market booth, it came upon Easter, and people were asking me if I had Easter cards. And I didn't, because I didn't think people gave Easter cards, except of course they would, because I got Easter cards growing up that would have, again, $5 or $10 in them. So in terms of minor holidays, the ones that I kind of think of for that are Easter, Halloween, St. Patrick's Day even. I know that seems weird, but as a kid, I saw them. Thanksgiving cards, and also International Women's Day cards are a little bit more popular. So these are smaller niches. I wouldn't say dedicate a whole store to a St. Patrick's Day card brand, but it may be one to consider adding. I also find that sometimes these seasonal cards overlap with birthday. So I've had people looking for like Halloween themed cards because they have someone they're giving a birthday gift to because they were born on or around Halloween and they like spooky things. So they wanted to like overlap the themes. Didn't have to say happy birthday on it, but they wanted a spooky card. So just a thought. That's just minor holidays. Next category is life milestones. So the big one in this is engagements and weddings. Those are two separate categories of cards, but the same demographic being given them. So variations within this category, you can do different gender combinations depending on who the people are getting married. I've also seen cute variations where people do like pets as the bride and groom, or whatever other combination of people getting married. And I think that's very cute. Again, that's the whole wedding and greeting card industry has like a large customization desire requirement. What am I trying to say? Custom cards around weddings are really, really big. So that's another avenue for like a freelance type thing. But you can also just design lots of generic ones. I get requests for those all the time, people looking for wedding cards. And I have one with 2 golden retrievers on it. So it's very cute. You can do different ages, so like a young couple versus an older couple. This isn't going to be a huge difference, but it may be different in terms of like the tone of the card. Like an older couple, really depends on who they are, of course, but might be like a more serious wedding card or a more religious wedding card. And a younger couple might be more fun or more cute or something, it's a different attitude. You can also do cards for second or beyond marriages. So Depends on the vibe of the couple, if that's something they're like happy to joke about or talk about. But if it's all like, let's pretend this previous marriage just didn't happen, maybe don't give them, you know what, feel out the vibe. I'm actually talking to card designers, right? So it's not really about, it's about making the right options available to people to pick what they like. So this is a smaller category, but still an interesting one, I think. And you can also do cards for blended families. I think this is cute. Like if you're getting married and the couple already has kids, or just any other combination of families coming together, it's fun to have that represented too. So other life milestone cards, another niche is divorce and breakup cards. These are pretty much exclusively like funny cards, so they are meant to be like humorous of these situations. I think that, you know, divorce and breakup are different in terms of the emotions around them. A lot of divorce cards have like the theme of like, you did it and freedom, whereas breakup cards are more like, you're so strong, you've got this, you're gonna be great. Different kinds of messages, but they are kind of newer category of card, I would say. Doing a very loose air quotes here. Then we have all of the new cards, so or like new life occasions, so new house, new baby, new job, new pet. I think those are the big four. And you can do a lot of variation within these, of course. You can do what kind of house, location, country, type of baby, type of pet, type of job. So you can really do a lot in this space. These cards tend to be ones that are given with gifts, either like money, gift card, or actual presents. Generally, maybe not a new job, I don't know. But often they come with like a housewarming or, you know, a shower gift or something like that. So just consider that there's a pairing that often goes on with these. And then other life occasions, graduation is a really big one. Graduation cards, you can sell a ton of those, but it's one time of year. So again, sort of like, you know, Christmas cards only sell one time of year, same with graduation. But you can do pretty well with those. And again, think about all the types of graduation, everything from like a kindergarten, daycare graduation, I'm sure people are even doing that, to like middle school graduation, high school, college, university, grad school, other? I don't know. But graduation cards. And then retirement cards, other end of the spectrum. And retirement can be humorous, it can be sentimental. You could tailor it by types of career as well that people are leaving. Or hobby-based if they are leaving their career to go spend their life at a cottage or travel the world. You can theme it around those. So those are my ideas for life milestone type cards. Next we have like general subjects. So this is the last like typical card category I have here. Thank you cards. It's a huge category. Most of them are going to be a little bit generic, so you can get really specific, like thank you for being my friend, thank you for watching my cat this weekend, whatever. Or you can just, most thank you cards are like text-based calligraphy or like lettering, floral, just kind of simple and friendly. We also have congratulations cards, which again, can hit a lot of the things we already talked about, but I think it is good to have some non-specific congratulations cards because some people just prefer that and they want to write their own message or have their own ideas. So congratulations cards, again, also sympathy cards. Sympathy is very broad. It could be for the loss of a person, but also like other things if someone's going through a hard time. But again, for people, you'd probably want to do, if you were getting more specific, like mothers and fathers or grandparents. You can also do sympathy for children cards, a very delicate subject, so you kind of have to approach that with a lot of intention. But yeah, sympathy cards are a big one for sure. A little harder to be funny or cute in this category. You can also do thinking of you cards, which is sort of adjacent to that, but not specific about grief, just for anyone going through a hard time. Thinking of you or thinking of my friend type cards. We can do get well soon cards, which I actually sell a weird amount of get well soon cards, which I didn't really think were that big, but I have one and it sells quite a lot. So just, you know, something to think about, whether it's someone who's in hospital, chronic illness, or short-term illness. I think probably it's more for short-term illness. Not really sure. I guess I should ask people why they're buying them, but maybe that's too intrusive. Yeah, I wouldn't ask. And you can also do apology cards, which I feel like maybe are not a big category, but all the research I've done includes it as like a type of card that you could offer. I'm not sure what occasion you would send an apology card to someone versus like a text or something nowadays, but I'm adding it so you can think about it. Maybe you have an idea of how it's more relevant or a specific occasion in which it would be really good. Okay, so we're down to our last category, which is other ideas. And these are not specific types of cards to give, but ideas for your card business. So if I may, I will offer you other ideas. So the first is printable greeting cards. Printable greeting cards is a pretty big, is a pretty big industry because there's a lot of people who would prefer to just last minute buy a card and print it at home so they don't have to worry about going out if they forget something like an important card. They can also print it multiple times, so it's kind of more cost effective as well. But it's not for everybody, like you need to find your own envelope, obviously, so it's not eliminating the greeting card industry, in my opinion, at all. I do have a class on Skillshare about running a printable greeting card shop, so I'll link that in the video description if you're interested. Just saying I do have that. But it is a thing you can do with either designed specifically for printable cards, or you can do it with your whole collection. I'm a little hesitant to put all of my cards in printable form because the cards that I sell that are printed are usually like full illustrations I've done, and I don't generally want to be giving away or like selling like an untrackable digital copy of my illustrations. But I do some cards that are simpler that I've maybe mocked up with graphics or like text-based things that I do make as printable cards. So just a little bit of a different angle, but could be something to add if you've already got a greeting card business and you're looking for ways to diversify or make a different kind of product, tap into a different audience. So that's one other idea. You can also do greeting card bundles. So this is something that I've done around the holidays especially. Basically, if you have a large collection of greeting cards, some customers would probably like to buy a pack of 10 cards from you at a slight discount, as opposed to buying them all individually. So I think it's a great idea to do some bundles. You can either do this and put them on your online shop. You can sell them in markets, packaged together. Another option is to do like a big display at a market and be like, pick 5 for this price or something like that. Some ideas for bundles I had. So you can do multiple birthday cards. People who give birthday cards often give many throughout the year. So maybe someone wants to buy a batch of 10 different greeting cards for you, and then they're like, cards covered for every birthday for this year. You can also do multiple holiday cards. So like I said, I've put all my Christmas cards together in like a pack of 10 and sold that at a discount. You can also do a full collection. So like one of every single card you offer. That would be a bit more pricey, but some people might like that. Another idea would be like a thank you bundle. So like I said, thank you cards are some people just like have a lot on hand so that when the occasion comes up and they need to send a card to someone, they just like have thank you cards. So you could make a bundle of those. And also you could do a bundle of no occasion or like art cards, ones that aren't specific at all, for people who like to have cards on hand. I remember growing up, we had like a box of greeting cards my mom had bought at like Costco or something. And it was just like tons and tons of generic cards that anytime we had an occasion, we would just pull one from that. I think it'd be nicer if they were like all beautifully designed by an independent designer. So something along those lines. So that's bundles as an idea for another way to merchandise your product. Another idea is to do card plus gift combo. So sometimes people who are buying cards like to save time by having it bundled with something else. If you are just a card maker, that's perfectly fine. But sometimes I'm not even talking about like, oh, it's like a large object with a card. I mean like a small stationary item with a card that matches it. So like I wrote bookmark, magnet, sticker, notebook. So small items that your business may already make or wouldn't have a hard time making that can either be attached to the card or tuck into it or otherwise be packaged together with it in a way that someone could buy it and be like, oh, this is perfect. It's like a bookmark and a card, and I can give it with the book I was going to give my friend. It's just like a cute add-on. So that would be a little bit of more an upsell. Not really an upsell, just be like a higher ticket item, I guess, within the greeting card product line. Another option is like complex paper craft cards, so pop-up or tearaway cards. I don't make these because I find them very intimidating, but I would like to. So, you can always get crafty, but these are going to be cards that if you're hand making a pop-up card, it's a much higher price thing to offer. So again, think about where you're selling it, who you're selling it to, and if that's viable or practical. You can also make cards that are designed for a gift card inclusion. So what this means is basically it could be a card that references in the design, like there's money in here or there's a like treat yourself kind of theme. Or and or it could be a card that has some pre-cut slots inside it, so someone could just pop the card in and it wouldn't slide around. Or you could do the same with like a cash slot. It's a little bit more design work, but that is something I've seen. And the last one I have here is cards with like an offer inside, like a fake coupon. This is kind of cheesy maybe, but I know that people give like coupon books as gifts, and I've even like done a tutorial, I don't know if I ever posted it, about how to make like a coupon book. Maybe I should post that. Anyways, I digress. Sort of like happy birthday mom, here's a coupon for one free ice cream sundae party or whatever. Just like a cute idea to give an experience along with the card. That could be like something that's taped in or like a tearaway within the card itself. I don't know. I think there's something there. I think it's a cute idea. I haven't seen too much of this, but if you were looking for like advanced greeting card techniques, some sort of coupon cute thing could be an idea. So that's everything I had on my list to share with you. I hope that was really interesting and gave you some ideas for your greeting card business. Greeting cards are fun. I really like making them, and there's just a lot of greeting cards for me have the right amount of structure and framework with the amount of creativity you can have. Like, I like that I'm working within this confined shape and there's going to be thematic elements that people expect, but I can do my own spin on that. So that's why I really like designing them. And probably you do too. If you got to this point in the video, you likely are either really keen to start or you have been doing this a while and you understand the passion of the greeting card artist. I really want to design some new birthday cards this year. I only have 2 cards that are actually specifically like birthday themed, and I always sell out of them, so I think why not make more? Do I have one? No, I think I sold out of, yeah, I definitely sold out of my birthday cards, so of course I don't have them here. But I'll put it on the screen. It's Happy Birthday is my very popular card. And it's so cute. I want to make more cute ones like this. All right, that's enough for me. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm maybe gonna also do a little Q&A about greeting cards soon, but I'll answer your questions. I was gonna say Q your A's. Is that no, A your Q? No, I'm just gonna say it normal. I'll answer any questions you have in the comments below. Hope you have a great day. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.